Internet, my old friend. I've come to review books with you again. But I didn't read that many. Alright, yesterday was the world-renowned Famous Faces and Funnies
Annual
White Elephant Roundtable, where a bunch of people who don't seem to show up for the regular roundtables, I might add, show up and throw regifted and weird presents under a tree and then let them fight. So I didn't read a lot of comics between last night and then this morning. School was crazy, so I didn't really have much time to do much reading. So let's review what I did, starting with the also can't breathe. Starting with the DC Rebirth Holiday Special. Oh, look at that cover. This is very misleading. Okay, I'll give you the highlights to this because not all mini stories are created equal. Amongst my favorites was The Flash, A Christmas Carol. It's The Flash, The Rogues, and Holiday Cheer Conquers All.
Hey, Carol. It's awesome.
We've got the kind of bookending sequences are the Very Harley Holiday by Paul Dini and Elsa Chartier. So it's Paul Dini writing Harley Quinn. What are you gonna do? First story up is Last Minute by Tim Seeley and Ian Churchill. Oh, I didn't recognize under the colors. I didn't necessarily recognize. I mean, there were certain attributes to some of the facial expressions that made me think of some, but I just didn't recognize them. It's kind of what's that? Jingle All the Way? Is that the Arnold Schwarzenegger? I'm trying to find a Turbo Man. Superman is he keeps saving the world instead of doing the shopping, and
of course.
Jonathan really wants a Monkey-Mon interact. It's like a Pokemon game called Monkey-Mon. Superman finally gets to a store to buy one, and Damian Wayne buys the last one off the shelf because while he was teamed up with Batman, Batman's like, "Yeah, Damian wants one too." And they're like, "What?" And then they have a little Christmas party, and Superman's all, "Look, I wasn't able to." And Damian gives it to Jonathan, and then the two of them are playing the game.
What?
And then Batman challenges Superman. So
Are they
Bruce, he's like
becoming friends?
He's like, "Bruce, you want to play?" And the two of them proceed to get very competitive playing a video game. So that was cool. Equally cool, we've got The Night We Saved Christmas with Heath Corson and Gustavo Duarte. Gustavo Duarte from the Jimmy Olsen Bizarro miniseries that I loved. But this is the team up of Batman and Detective Chimp. I was so happy. So happy. Especially the way Detective
fantastic.
Chimp just talks to just talks to Batman and Alfred. It's just so great. And then I think another one of my personal favorites is by the man, the myth, the legend, the VHS buying lunatic that he is, Eric Esquivel, who wrote a story called For the Dog Who Has Everything. And it's Jonathan wondering about crypto. How's crypto feel being, does a dog from Krypton realize that it's a dog from Krypton and it's not like other dogs? So they end up, Clark and Jonathan end up at the fortress where, in a very Batman-esque moment, under glass, you've got a handful of the super suits, including I forget where the one is from, but it's the black one that he wore when he first joined the New 52 world, his original one, and then that white one that I just wanna say it's from All-Star Superman, but I don't 100% remember. Maybe be old. Well, wait, because I have to look at things through my...
Okay,
so
fine.
they end up making The Perfect Present, and it's... they work a piece of Superman's original costume into continuity just via crypto. And it was sweet, and it was fun. And as I've always said, even as they change on me that, they changed Connor Kent to the new 52 Con-L to now both of them are missing, and we've got Jonathan Kent. Doesn't matter how much you change Superboy, the best Superboy stories are all about a boy and his dog.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
Always.
So, $9.99, expensive, but a bunch of
Enjoyable.
good stories in there. And there are other stories, but I'm just hitting the highlights. James Robinson and Tom Feister's Grand Passion #2. It already takes a deeper sink. This was the story I told you last time of a heist that went down in which a Bonnie and Clyde, modern day Bonnie and Clyde-esque team end up robbing a bank, but he is killed by a new officer in this small town who's from the city and not liked by any of the other officers. She's like instantly falls in love with him, but knows that because of her own code, she's going to have to kill him. Meanwhile, the plot thickens. The bank, it turns out, the bank had more money than it should have. She got away with a lot more money. She's like, well, they're going to be after me. I know it's stupid, but she has to go down and back to town to kill the new man that she loves. But the new man that she loves is in trouble because he's figured out that there's more money than there should have been, and it turns out the cops are in on this whole money laundering whatever scheme they've got going on. So now everybody's out to kill everybody. And it's good. It's just really, really good. The art is beautiful. The story is, it's James Robinson and it's Tom Feister. So they are very good at what they do. Action Comics. Superman struggles with himself and with Clark Kent, the other Clark Kent, as to whether or not he should save Lex Luthor from being executed for crimes he may commit in the future. So right now they've got their own little Civil War II going on. But Supes is Supes. He will always fight to save people and give people the benefit of the doubt, even if those people are Lex Luthor. Detective Comics, number 946. Oh, I didn't give you a number. Action was 969. Pretty high. And Detective is 946. Detective Comics is one of the best of the best of the best of New 52. I mean, not of New 52, of Rebirth. James Tynion, he gets Batman. I mean, I love James Tynion on anything, so that's just it. But he does so well on Batman. And Eddie Barrows is Eddie Barrows. Eddie Barrows does this great thing with the capes where like the fabric kind of bunches and pulls, and especially on Batman's cape. And you get some flashbacks to Tim in here. You get some talking to the mudroom Tim. You get some difficult choices. Bruce makes the decision to stand down and take his punishment. Spoiler makes the decision to sort of spoil everything, and Clayface has a really touching moment with Mudface. This book is so good. It is so everything that a teen book should be. Amazing Spider-Man, Renew Your Vows. Apparently Mary Jane's superhero name is Spinneret. You'll be surprised to find out that Annie Mae Parker of you'd be surprised to find out that the daughter of Peter Parker, who snuck out to be a hero since forever, and Mary Jane, I do what I want, Watson, sneaks out forever with her superpowers and does what she wants. Sometimes that involves fights with the Mole Man. Mole Man's crazy, and this book just makes me very, very happy. Very happy indeed. Suicide Squad, number 8. I haven't been reading it regularly. Rebirth Suicide Squad sometimes seems to me to be trying a little too hard. Nothing really seems terribly organic. But This issue made me happy because it corrected a mistake that the series already made. And yes, I'm standing by the fact that it was a mistake to ever even hint at killing that man. But yes, if you're like me, you can rest easy. Just like a boomerang. Captain is back. Guess who's back?
Nice.
Back again. So that made me very happy. Wonder Woman number 12 is absolutely breathtakingly, awe-inspiringly, jaw-droppingly gorgeous. This book is beautiful.
It's pretty.
Oh, it's so good. I'm so sad that Nicholas Scott is going to be leaving this because Nicholas Scott's art. Not only do you fall in love with Wonder Woman, hell, I fall in love with Steve Trevor on all of his pages. There's a falcon on this island. The falcon is beautiful. I'm in love with the falcon.
You're you.
I'm just in love with everybody. Talking to a lizard, I get it. Lizard's beautiful.
Love the lizard too.
I love the lizard. Where is a title page? Because the colors. Where the hell is it? If I was a Wonder Woman title page, I would have been this one. But I'm not. Oh, they just didn't even bother give me one until, never ever in the comic. Where'd they put it? Holy crap, there are no titles to this. Just want to give a shout out, a kudo, if you will, to the gorgeous coloring that just really... No.
Seriously?
There's no... Unless I'm totally blind or they hit it in something. No, here it is. Alright, So Greg Rucka does the writing, Nicholas Scott does the art, and Romulo Fajardo Jr. does the colors and does a beautiful job of it. This book is gorgeous. Gorgeous.
12 minutes.
The Flush. Flash and Kid Flash team up, have some trust issues to work out throughout number 12, and
is this Wally or Wallace?
What?
Isn't there still Wally and Wallace?
It's Wally and Wally. They're both Wallies. Don't give me this Wallace shit. That's their government name. Both Wallies. And this is new Wally.
Okay.
Little Wally. Other Wally's like,
not
I ain't no
original
Kid
Wally.
Flash. I'm going to go run around the Titans and be my own Flash. I do what I want.
There you go.
And, but, yeah, Iris is apparently too stubborn, even for darkness, so she doesn't necessarily need as much rescuing as one would think. And in the end, after a talk with Wally, even though he still hasn't revealed his identity to him, Wally says some things that get Barry to thinking, and so does Shade. And in the end, Barry finally asks Iris out on a date. It makes me happy because Shade even says to him, say goodbye to you, say hello to your lovely wife for me. He goes, my wife? And he goes, oh, she's not your wife? Never mind. Yeah. She's not your wife yet? Okay, never mind. New Superman, number 6. This book continues to be so much more fun than it really should. And this issue takes a turn for the darker, but you should be reading this. It's not just whatever you're thinking when you think they made a Chinese Superman and a Chinese Batman and a Chinese Wonder Woman and they call themselves the Justice League of China. Whatever you're thinking this is, it's not that. It's so much better. There's it's just so good. I'm already in love with the Chinese world's finest. They have their final bonding breakthrough here. And I love that Chinese Batman is chubby. And even the art, it continues to get stronger and stronger to the point where who's the artist on this? Bogdanovic. Once upon a time, I referred to him as a kind of Greg Capullo light, and it's still true, but he's gotten much more solid at it, and it's a very Greg Capullo art form. Red Hood and the Outlaws #5. You gotta fight a Bizarro when he gets, Bizarros can get mind control. It happens. And you try and fight a Bizarro without hurting a Bizarro, you gotta make sure the Bizarro knows that that's what you're doing. Continuing to be, this is 5 issues, and I'm still reading a book by Scott Lobdell. This is a stretch for me in a while, but he's doing great with these characters, so credit where credit is due. Guardians of the Galaxy #15, Grounded Part 1. This is Ben Grimm's story. And this is Ben Grimm finding out that while Fantastic Four is in ruins because of everything that happened with Secret Wars, Doctor Doom, on the other hand, is a pretty boy, as they describe him, kind of handsome in a cheap Euro trash kind of way, and going around fancying himself a hero. And Ben Grimm is having none of it. None of it. And as we know in infamous Iron Man, Ben Grimm is now a licensed agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. hunting him down. Inhumans vs. X-Men #1. Beautiful book. Colors and art-wise. Story-wise, I think, especially in light of, I'm looking forward to when this is all over, and the X books become, lighter superhero, and it's not always death, despair, and extinction, because
Kill the mutants!
I'm tired of it, and it's even when it's done well, which this is, I'm like, it's done well, but it's been done so many times that I just can't really. And a lot of the characters, young Jean Grey, a little harder edged than I would have imagined. A lot of the characters did things I'm like, really? Superwoman, it always looks like it says Superwoman's, which could also work, but it's pretty. Gets a bit wordy, but is good. You read the words. And we've got looks like Girl 13 and Natasha Irons are a couple. I guess when Natasha gets together with her, she feels the magic. There's all sorts of weird shit going on with the clones of Ultra Woman. Clones of original Ultra Woman, because now Lena Luthor fancies herself Ultra Woman, and is willing to sacrifice her own body for power, because
sounds like a Luthor.
Yeah, because she just really wanted to show Luthor, Lex, you built yourself armor. How quaint! I'm going to turn myself into armor, you little bitch. And Lex is like, It'd be great if Lex Luthor actually made that noise. Reborn. Hey, it's Greg Capullo, not light. Tragedy befalls dogs. And flying elephants. And our heroine begins to display her prophesized warrior agility, strength, and cunning. You get some cool little scenes as things kind of blur. Half of it being her abilities kicking in, half of it being that people keep, battering her about the head. And it's a literal out of the frying pan into the fire kind of issue. So, Reborn #3 continues to be so good. And the last book that I read this week is SpiderMan #10. Civil War II tie-in. Doesn't end. We still have to wait for the last Civil War to find out exactly what happened, so it doesn't really tell us anything new. A lot of it recaps stuff we've seen before. The parts that are new mostly involve odd conversations with Genki, Spidey, Ms. Marvel, and Gold Balls in a towel. Dorm life. What are you gonna do? And it's good, but it doesn't really move anything forward or along. It's just kind of a lateral move. And that's all I had time to read. So I don't know. Next week might see it. No, next week I won't, because Thursday night I have to go pick up my oldest daughter who's flying in from Buffalo for Christmas. So Thursday I'm gonna be with my family. You go be with yours, or take a breath before you have to be with yours over the Christmas weekend. In-laws are a necessary evil. I shouldn't kill them for the holidays.
Thanks for watching another video from Gonna Geek. If you like geeky stuff, check out our podcast network, our news and articles, and our community forums. You can find it all at GonnaGeek.com, like us at Facebook.com/GonnaGeek, tweet us at GonnaGeek, subscribe to our YouTube channel at YouTube.com/GonnaGeek, and check out our live programming at GonnaGeek.com/live.